Greetings of a nation, bless up yourself. Musky voice, just wake up. It's just 5 in the morning right now in Kingston, Jamaica. Oh, yeah, it's windy because we're baking in Jamaica. We're baking, so I have to have on my fan. I think I come back up 2 or 3 times. That's really nice. That's what next week. Hmm. Let me see if I can do one of them funny. Right, take a good one. See if it make a difference. Okay, okay. Nice having you. Let's see here. Conditions for answered prayers. Part 2, Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 to 10. And remember, verse is taken from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that commit to God must believe it that He is, and that He is the rewarder of them that diligently seek. Motivational quote. When faith comes, then answer will follow automatically. Okay, prophetic word for today. My problem shall die by the power and the blood of Yahshua. The message, this topic we have started a few days ago, is a very critical subject and can out reduce our sweat when we come to the place of prayer. The second requirement for answered prayer, faith, is what we want to take a look at today. From the fire scripture we read about the centurion whose servant was sick at home. And he wanted Yahshua's help to heal The servant Yahshua said unto him, I will come and heal him. Then the centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. But, sorry, before we go on with the story of the centurion, let us look at what faith is. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 says, Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The Bible says further in verse 2 that by faith the elders obtained a good report. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. The centurion had been following the ministry journey of Yahshua, and when it was time for him to tap into the miracle working power of Yahshua, he did the unthinkable. Yahshua wanted to come to his house, but he said he was not worthy that Yahshua, the Son of the living God, come to his house, but should speak the word and the miracle would happen. Dearly beloved, Yahshua commented on this act of the centurion. He said that he had never found so great a faith, not in Israel. Faith is a prerequisite for answered prayers. You want anything from Yahweh or God, you will have to exercise your faith. Faith is like a magnet that attracts that thing you want from God to you. The woman with the issue of blood exercised the same faith like that of the centurion. She had spent all the money she had but didn't get healed. No relative was there to help her because she was smelling. Anywhere she went, people were repulsed because of the odor of her body. She preached to earth. She preached to herself, saying, "If I may but touch the hem of his garment," that was all the woman needed to do. She preached to herself Beloved, how long have you been asking for that one thing and yet you couldn't exercise faith to get it? God wants you to have faith so that you won't tire long in the place of prayer. It is now 13 minutes past 5 in Kingston, Jamaica, and this is your host, Jeremy. Live good. We have finished our devotional reading. Now we're going to go in this segment of our newspaper reading. Okay, seem like CXC success, 88% pass rate in maths pilot exam. Ashley Dunkley, Willis Senior. Okay, not yes. 16 months after announcing a pilot for its Caribbean target examination certificate, CTEC, in maths to trickle the paternal underperformance of students in the subject. It's in the subject of the Caribbean Examination Council (CXC) on Tuesday reported an 88% pass rate among the 2,535 candidates who sat the exam in May-June 2026 sitting. A total of 2,230 candidates passed out of 2,535. Dr. Wayne Wesley, CXC registered and Chief Executive Officer, made the disclosure during the live result ceremony from an school, saying the results were proof that the region has overwhelming acceptance. CTEC, I am pleased indeed, and I am proud to announce that of those 2,535 candidates who wrote CTEC Model 1 in the maths pilot examination, 88% achieved accessible grades, and across the entire Caribbean, only one candidate received the lowest grade. It simply means that most candidates are benefiting from the approach measures ag- against a generation in which barely one in three candidates succeed in a typical setting. This achievement represents a remarkable turnaround, Wesley said. According to how that module is not a whole subject, the CXC registered point out that the full qualification still requires completion of every module at a full standard. Wow. But that is precisely what these results demonstrate. When learning as is accessed in focused, achievable stages, our students do more than cope. They excel, they engage, persistence, persist, and succeed. The May June mathematics pilot proves that the modular approach works for students, for classrooms, and for the region. This landmark results belongs to the young people who earned it, Wesley stated. CTEC, the new qualification which was unveiled by CXC in April 2025, is at the same standard of Caribbean Secondary School Education Certificate CSEC and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE and utilize the same syllabus. For years in mathematics, the subjects that is fund, fundament, foundation to every vocation in life. Only about a third of our candidates have achieved acceptable grades in a typical setting. Behind this, behind that statistic are hundreds of thousands of young people who sat in our classrooms for 5 years and walked away with nothing in hand to show for what they did learn, not because instruments of assessment was an all or nothing event. One subject, one setting, one one verdict. If the verdict went against you, the system did not recognize you and stayed silent about your progress, Wesley noted in explaining the module, the modification behind CTEC. I describe CTEC as a game changer and promised then that we are witnessing the beginning of the end of the Caribbean Examination Council as we know it. Today we keep that promise and we make history in Angola by announcing that the achievements of the highest successful CTEC pilot in mathematics in the May June 2026 examination, and with the approval of our Board of Governors, CXC is pleased to officially launch the Caribbean Targeted Examination Certificate. The CEO said, at CXC, we hold to the position that competence and competence is competence, no matter how long it takes to achieve, and no matter how the route, and no matter the route by which it comes. This is how things and times have changed. This is how we have to meet this generation of learners where they are. He added, okay, Wesley contend that an assessment model built in the 20th century cannot be expected to adequately serve a 21st century generation, but said CTEC is assessment redesigned for learners without lowering by a single digit the standard of which you hold. When we were designing CTEC, we asked ourselves, would the region embrace it? Question. Today we have proof of concept from a region that has overwhelmingly accepted CTEC. When we invited the region to pilot CTEC Mathematics Module 1, more than 2,500 candidates accepted forward as pioneers across 15 territories and 42 centers, from Jamaica to Belize, from Barbados to Cayman Islands and Angola, which was among the first countries to sign on the pilot. Principals told us that their students were excited about the pilot mathematics examination, he said. Wesley said that the modularized examination format will now be applied to four other subjects areas going forward, given the success of the maths module pilot. This is a new day for our Caribbean learners on the strength of the CTEC mathematics pilot. The Caribbean Examination Council is declaring to our students this simple truth: what you know counts. We hear you, we see you. Your learning has been seen, measured, and crafted. You are not at the end of the road. You are your way up the stairs, the staircase, he said, telling policymakers across the region that CTEC is yours to embrace in your nation educational strategies, in your workforce, and TVET planning second chance programs. Wesley said CXC's term was ready to work with the various ministries of education across the region and will be visiting territories in the weeks ahead to do exactly that. CXC also said the 2,535 candidates who were involved in the pilot will continue to enjoy doing the other modules free of cost. The candidates have a 4-year period to complete it and will receive the CSEC certification at the end of article. Okay, well, it makes sense. The 20th century has to meet the youths or the generation of the 21st century. And 88 success rate in a module examination is quite an achievement. Out of 2,535, 2,330 were successful. Well done. Well done to you, students. It is now 5:29 in Kingston, Jamaica. As you hear the roosters crow, you know, giving a wake up call sound to you guys out there. Oh, I not hear myself. Oh, I not hear myself. Oh, I not hear myself. Oh, okay, I hear myself. It's a little bit, but saving Momo. Community members plead for assistance to save injured pregnant cow. Wow. Nicholas Thomas, a resident of Spanish Town, feeds the cow he affectionately calls Mo. Driving along Walks Road in Spanish Town in the vicinity of Crescent Primary School, motorists may have noticed a cow lying motionless on the side of the road in the blazing sun. The same spot for days. The cow is affectionately called Momo by community members who have been taking care of her since she has injured. She was injured in an accident more than a week ago. Wow. When the Jamaica Observer visited the area Monday, police officers were seen feeding the injured cow grass and offering her water. As community members looked on, Momo ate slowly, uh, pa- pasturing between bites as she gripped down water from a touch pot, seemingly desperate to rehydrate after days exposed to the summer heat. She remains largely immobile, with most of her legs stuck beneath her body as though to protect them from further harm. Reports from the policemen, Constable Dwayne Lewis and Taylor, are that they were passing the area on Monday when they saw the cow stopped. Momo is believed to be pregnant and was injured during a hit and run accident. The owner has not yet come forward, and the accident was has not been reported. In the meantime, residents have stepped in. A registered nurse who frequents the area, Gabrielle Hamilton, said she spotted the cow about a week ago and became concerned when she noticed the animal was immobile. I came into the community and I was asking around. People were not sure whose animal it was. I got closer to her and I realized that her front right leg was injured and I saw some blood in her abdomen area as well. The members of the community also told me that she's pregnant, and I was like, oh, this cannot be, said Hamilton, visibly distressed as she recounted the interaction. An animal lover who's almost pressed a career as a veterinarian. She said she immediately sprang into action, calling Hope Zoo, the Jamaica Society for Prevention to Cruelty to Animals, Jamaica Constabulary Force, and even her friends, who is a trained veterinarian. Members of the community said they also made several calls to animal related facilities, but no one has come to help. Determined to ensure that the animal survive, Hamilton said she and other members of the community formed a pact to take care of Momo. She said she entrusted the community members, Nicholas Thomas, to be the cow's primary caregiver, promising to compensate him for his efforts to keep Momo alive. She had noticed that Momo had lost weight and she was concerned about her nutrition. Thomas said he was happy to officially take on the role, noting that he was already providing some levels of care to the animal. And she ready for food. She said, Mo. So I call her the name Mo, and she just accepts anything with love, he said, laughing. Okay. He then bent down to rub the cow's head, later jumping with joy as he thanked the new steed for stopping by to highlight the story and said he is optimistic that Momo will survive, urged anyone who can help to do so. Constable Lois said he has reported the incident to superiors and they are working to get a member of the agriculture team on location to transport the cow and to get its medical attention. It's part of our duty to serve, protect, and reassure. So we are reassuring the cow that help is on the way, and we are trying to get through to see if there is any owner, so the owner can come and get her. The owner might not be sure as it is whereabouts. Owner might realize that the cow is not back, but as the actual location of the cow, the owner might not be sure. So, with the help of the media, probably the owner can get in touch and then speak to the Spanish Town police. Constable was told the observer. Constable Taylor, who farms as a hobby, said he loves animals and had to stop to help Momo. We just want to make sure that she stays alive until the relevant persons come. We wish we could give her some shelter, but it's out of our hands because we can't even lift her up. So we just tried our best to make sure she stays alive, said Taylor. Amen. I am lying down. I just spin my head and see you. How you do? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, thank you, Mina. Mina's a nice live stream, and he hear me reading about an animal, a cow, female cow got hit by a motor vehicle or we don't know, but the cow got injured to its front leg by a, by a vehicle. We can't tell if it's a vehicle or a van. The front leg has been damaged, so the cow is lying immobile in the under side, what do you call it now, on the sidewalk somewhere in Spanish Town. And community members are trying their best, to keep the cow hydrated, as well as the police are doing their best to keep the animal alive. So when the relevant persons can move the cow to a more protected area, you know, so the animal can they can assist the animal and keep it alive. Remember, a cow is not a light thing like a chicken, heavy animal. Everybody who was passing can give a hand because we can't stay here the whole day with her. But each person that is passing can give an eye and realize there's a lot of persons help out, but we come here and see a pot with water, so that's good. It could have been my animal, so it's good to see everybody helping at the Taylor. End of article. Oh yes, I am at home. I am on a little break. So I've been home. This was gonna be my first week off. So when I'm home, you will hear the dogs them more. You will hear the chickens, the roosters, and the hens more because my neighbor he has a bunch of them over his yard, and there's a little roadway apart us, not far, not a long or a broad road. There's a little one vehicle lane, so only one vehicle can pass behind my back gate. Yeah, man. So you hear the roosters, and it's quite early now. Probably to 6 in the morning. I don't like to say that word then, but it's daybreak in Jamaica. It's now 5:44 in Kingston, Jamaica. Still lying in bed. Waiting for my device to come up. Education Ministry preparing con- cons- contingency plans for schools still under repair. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Kingston, Jamaica, the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information is preparing alternative arrangements, including re- reiterating students on alternative days for school that may not be fully repaired by the start of the 2026-2027 academic year in September. This was disclosed by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Senator Marlon Morgan, during a tour of several schools across St. Elizabeth on Monday to assess reconstruction work being undertaken in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Senator Morgan said the ministry is working to ensure that as many students as possible are fully restored for the start of the new academic year, while noting that some institutions may still have outstanding repairs when classes resume. He indicated that whether repairs works are not fully com- completed, the ministry will have to implement practical measures to ensure that teaching and learning continue uninterrupted. We have to be responsible people. We have to be practical people and solution oriented people in relation to managing and getting on, even while we have suffered displacement. Senator Morgan emphasized. According to Senator Morgan, the ministry is mindful that ongoing construction work while schools are in session can pose challenges including noise and dust. As such, he said, contractors are being urged to complete the work as quickly as possible while maintaining an required quality standard. During a visit in Glen Stewart Primary Infant School, Senator Morgan commented that principals and teachers of the infant department, caregivers, parents, guardians, and students for their steadfast commitment to the educational process, despite having to operate under challenging conditions since Hurricane Melissa. So things would not have been perfect, but it speaks to your own understanding as stakeholders and peer partners because that's what education ultimately is about. At the end of the day, we want boys and girls here in Glen Stewart Primary and Infant School to go on to their best selves in whatever field of endeavors they choose, he said. Meanwhile, Senator Morgan, who was accompanied by a member of parliament for St. Elizabeth Northwestern, Andrew Morris, and education officials during the visit to Glen Stewart Primary, Primary provided an update on repair works being undertaken at the institution at a cost of approximately 140 million, according to works that Senator Morgan said have been delayed or remain outstanding are the installation of zinc roofing for the canteen and windows installation in several classrooms and electrical work in the infant department. He cited contractor contractual related challenges and advises whether conditions among the contributing factors. The back to school tour also included visits to the primary and infant schools and Montgomery High School, where rehabilitation works are continuing. At Montgomery High School, rehabilitation works are only about 30% complete, and the institution is not expected to be fully ready for the start of the 2026-2027 academic year. Senator Morgan described the slow pace of progress as far from ideal, noting that roofing repairs and work on several classroom blocks remain outstanding. He attributed the slow progress in part to persistent afternoon rainfall and ongoing shortage of critical building material, including zinc, sheeting, and window components, noting that demand remained high across several hurricane affected institutions. Despite these challenges, Senator Morgan noted that the ministry is holding the contractor accountable and pressing for measures to accelerate the project, stressing that students must return to a proper, safe learning environment as soon as possible. End of article. Wow, wow, wow. 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 You know what I said? Wow. I know that the Caribbean and Jamaica is a part of the Caribbean. You know, hurricane is a regular occurrence in our area. If we don't get me not me shirtless, I'm a feel if you turn on the camera. So look on that handsome picture right there. I feel like turn on the camera, man. They are light up on my back in my bed. Just listen to the rooster and the end them go and entertain you while I read. Many times me see it turn off the camera too in a minute and I don't say a word. I just be a good support and support. And I don't even know where would I put that phone here to. Everything in the room is low. Everything in the room is low. Recovery height for schedule. Recovery ahead of schedule. PIOJ6. Pre Melissa output returning by mid 2027. Yes, Jamaica could return to pre Hurricane Melissa levels of economic output as early as April June quarter of 2027. It's again significantly sooner than previously expected, as the year on year contraction in the economic mirrors and reconstruction gathers momentum. The Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, said Tuesday that the current trajectory suggests the economic economy could regain the levels of output recorded by Melissa within 1.5 to 2 years of the hurricane, compared with an earlier expectation that recovery would take place 3 years and extended into fiscal year 2028-2029. Note, however, that food recovery to include mm, refers to replacing housing stock, public infrastructure, and livelihood will be
over a more extended period, possibly 3 to 5 years, PIOJ Director General Wayne Henry said at the Institute's quarterly economic briefing. The improved outlook comes even as preliminary PIOJ estimates show that real gross domestic product contracted 2.9% in April to June quarter compared with the corresponding period of 2025, making it a third consecutive quarter of year-to-year decline. The PIOJ, however, rejected suggestion that Jamaica is in a recession, pointing instead to the sig- significant improvement in economic activity following the hurricane, included collapse in the final quarter of 2025. Yes, we can confirm that there is not a recession. We are not in a recession. Senior Director of the PIOJ Economic Planning and Research Division, James Stewart, told the Jamaica Observer. Stewart said a recession also appeared unlikely for the remainder of the year, while output for the first quarter of 2026 remained below corresponding period a year earlier. Seasonally adjusted real value added an increased 3.3% compared with the hurricane hit October to December quarter. Following the third consecutive quarter of quarter to quarter over growth during the first 9 months of 2025. The economic expected a sharp setback in October December 2025 quarter as Hurricane Melissa targeted a 7.3% decline in real value added relative to July September 2025. Henry said. All right. All right. All right. We'll give this article a break. I think I didn't move the canvas if you press the thing. Yeah. When it comes on. Wait.
Future Kings. Local cricket boss wants Jamaican CPL franchise government partners in youth development plans. Okay. NCB visits consumer lending after delinquency spike. Yes, financial group pause new unsecured products for about 3 months to revisit credit modules. Deposit rose as loan book contracted. Okay. Normally them tell me I would be at work, but we always take a little break in the summer. Take a little break. I said, "Why?" So, boom. I think I'm gonna read the newspaper for now. NCB Financial Group Limited was lending through recently reintroduced unsecured customer products for about 3 months after delinquencies rose and reached them with tighter credit manuals. Chief Executive Officer Robert Amidai said. Amidai told the Jamaica Observer in an interview last Friday following NCB's FG quarterly investors briefing that the affected loan book was growing against with a low delinquency rate. We did not identify the products, disclose the size of the portfolio, or provided delinquency states before and after the changes. Consumer, retail, and rally unsecured customer retail is where we were seeing the spike in our recent delinquency profile, Amida said. We took a pause for about a quarter while we tightened up those models, figured out where the weaknesses were, and then we relaunched. The loan book is now growing again, and it is growing with a lower delinquency rate. The intervention came during a wider contraction in NCBFG's loan book. Gross loans and adversities fell by 25.27 billion or 3.9% to 615.57 billion at June 30th from 640.84 billion a year earlier, according to Group's unaudited 9-month financial statement. Almeida said the consumer loan pause was one of several reasons for the decline. Scheduled repayments exceeded new lending during the period when the group became more cautious following Hurricane Melissa. Management earlier concentration on improving basic service and attracting deposits
source load lending eased. While loans declined, customer deposits rose by 67.62 billion or 8.4%. Okay, wow. Okay, oh, this I know. Just here, because as you can see in bed, lying down, the person flash up on the screen. The person who was there. Oh, she's still there, but sleeping, Jeremy brother. Today, no work, no work. Normally, mother at work at night. Sandra, Martin, greetings to you. Bless up yourself. Welcome, Sandra. How are you? The plan look break me now. Yeah, this is work. Yeah, man. I have to take a look break. I'm a singer song say we need to pray just to make it today. You know, we can't just say work. Then you have to take a look break and think. All right, I'm gonna leave the article here. I'll find another article. And time to settle Jamaica as our final appellate court. Okay. All right. So come and read it out. Let me click into it and see. It's now 10 minutes past 6 in Kingston, Jamaica. Time to settle Jamaica as our final appellate court. Let's see what's this all about. Regular readers of this column will recall that I have been very persistent in my belief that Jamaica's final appellate judicial must reside in Jamaica. Okay, we hear what you said, but Jamaica spend a whole lot of money with the other Caribbean countries to um, have the CCJ as the final appellate court. Oh, we must work on it. Normally, you need to be here at home. That one of your work. Unless you're beer night and work, you know. I'm going to take a little break. Take about either two or three week break. Oops. Kind of press off this article. Oh, I different article I'm going on. See if I can find the book. I'll just press submit. What are we going on? Let's see if I can. Ah, you could find it book. Alright, wonderful. Let's see. Oops, too short. Wow. Yeah. So what going on? Okay. So what going? In the minds of some people in recent cor- couple at the Caribbean Court of Justice, which marched
internal matters were leaked in the public, maybe of little moment, a sideshow that determined to the effect of the courts, efficiency of the courts. They may be right, but I believe that it does reveal some problems which go to the heart of why our final court should be located here. All right, listen. From what has been revealed, there seems to be an issue with how Justice Wilson Anderson has been organizing the court. Clearly, he wants to impress his own, impress his own authority over the court, which has created what some describe as toxic environment there. He is being seen as a dictator. I wonder why these sentiments did not arise with other leaders of the court. Question. What is being alleged does not seem to be to go beyond the normal cut and thrust of what goes on in court of that caliber. Colleagues would always disagree and represent their dissenting opinions forcefully. As far as Jamaica is concerned and why it makes it difficult for us to accede to the CCJ is that there are certain cultural impediments with which we seem to battle in our relationship with our West Indian brothers and sisters, which people only prefer to whisper about rather than openly confront. I believe the cultural definition goes all the way back to ill-fated West Indian Federation, which collapsed when Jamaica pulled out. These impediments have sharpened and out, widened over time. Sorry, over time. Wow, them still blame Jamaica for the failure of the Federation. Oh my gosh. It is true that we share a common history and we are more united than divided. But it is also clear that the Caribbean is comprised of a desperate people who tend to operate within the context of their best self interest. The Caribbean common market has functioned appropriately well, but we have seen but we have not been able to gain the economic trajectory that such an association should engender. The free movement of people is not happening as anticipated, so that much badly hold unity that is often triumphed is not really there. This Caribbean so, yeah, movement, it'll go a long time and they should have really circle and reach a point where them allow the movement of different Caribbean nationals going across to work, you know. But it not happen, and not true. Anyway, continue the reading. If the truth be told, Jamaica stands above most of its Caribbean counterparts. It is far fair to say that no Caribbean country has had the in international impact in so many areas of endeavor as Jamaica. It is not that we consider ourselves as special, though we are as in many respects, but there is something unique about Jamaica and the Jamaican experience that must be celebrated. Politicians, for obvious reasons, cannot speak too loudly about our uniqueness so as not to offend our Caribbean counterparts. But as for me, and I am sure for many others, we are differentiated by so many characteristics which separates us in the eyes of the world as a special people who punch way above our weight and size. We should not resent to celebrate this reality. We should not abandon or subjugate our differences merely to fit into a grid of Caribbean consciousness that may not support our particularities and uniqueness as a people. We not easy as the saying goes. Oops, why am I phone a zooming now? Come on, be yourself phone. Jamaica spent millions of US dollars to support the formation of the CCJ in a largely partisan effort to get the court formed. I say partisan because, like the present attempt at constitutionalized reform, there was no robust effort made to inform, educate, and seek citizens' participation in the efforts. There seems to have been an indecent hurry, in my opinion, on the part of the then PJ partisan administration to get it through. So while the country was going through the throes of economic calamity, money could be found for Jamaica's contribution to the efforts. Today, Jamaica is not a member of the court, and my Arabic intelligence tells me that it will never be, and it will never be because the Jamaican people are smart and bold enough to recognize that location, locating our final appellate tradition anywhere outside of Jamaica will not work in their best interest. The impediment that their search for justice in any appeal to the UK Privy Council or the impediments that they will face if they have to go to a halfway house in Trinidad to get it. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, oh, what is Jeremy reading about? Okay, Jeremy is reading. I always do this in my time. Oh, I like use a word there now. In the daybreak stream, we always do devotional. Then we do the newspaper reading. Always do this. It's been going on for probably a year and a half now. Yeah, yes. Yeah, well, we try to make a thing different. We do a devotional reading first. Then we slide into the newspaper reading. Sometimes we not do no devotion. Sometimes we do a little reasoning and about life in general and thing. Mm, just a say, because I say, oh, Georgia, oh, Shireen is here as well. As you can see, we didn't take off the camera. I was shirtless. No like nobody in the room. See me up in my bed, lying down. My dad tell me, I say, I take a little break from work. This is the first week of resting. So normally you guys won't see me here, but because me I take a break. I always take a little break in August, 2 week, sometimes 3 weeks, and then resume back work. Some of the one from Sunday night, Monday night, last night, and enter into Wednesday. Mm, yeah, but I read about the CCJ. I know you are reading from the, no, not the Gleaner, the Observer, but I am asking, what is the headline? Oh, headline is about Jamaica having their appellate court in Jamaica. Yeah. So this person has been bringing awareness about the difference where Jamaica have with the other Caribbean counterparts, and the person say just like we would have said to, because he's a Jamaican, he must say we won't go to Trinidad to seek no justice. Would I rather go to the UK Privy Council to seek justice than to go to the CCJ. Remember, you know, a whole heap of millions of US dollars being spent on that court. It wasn't put in a form of um, certain politicians that were governing for a very long while. Didn't put it out to the people. Was just rushfully put through one whole heap of money spent to contribute towards the CCJ, and yet still Jamaica is not a part of the CCJ. All right, we're gonna reach now. All right, that they will face if they have to go to the halfway house in Trinidad to get it. No Jamaican would have to, with a undivine of justice, to get the final appellate to a court settled unexpeditiously without the tremendous cost that now obtained and that will certainly obtain anywhere else. I believe that when the opposition solid and, in my view, insensitive hold on constitutional reform, the Andrew Holness administration should proceed to have this matter settled in Parliament. The government only needs to a majority vote of each member of the House, since removing the Privy Council is not an entrance clause in the Constitution. Enough of the pussyfooting on the opposition on this. If the government intends to go this route, it must explain to the people why they are doing so and why the other alternative will not work in their favor. There is no need for any expensive and politically divided referendum. Inform the people, get their thoughts and process with the vote. Okay, Mina say you will not go for work today. Mina, remember say I work at night. We no longer work day shift. We work at night. Mina, you been watching me. About this gonna be about how much year now since I work night. This gonna be 2 year. December come gonna be about 2 year now. Mm. Two going 3 years, something like so. So we are on a vacation. This is the first week. Sheridan said, okay, understand. All right. There will be a lot of hoodlering from the opposition, and it may even withdraw indefinitely from the constitutional reform process. The people will be the ultimate judge, but the government, by moving in this direction, would have removed one of the obstacles to reform by a simple vote in the parliament. Got on it with Prime Minister. Okay, end of article. Wow. It's a sad situation though. This is it. We spend so much. Oh boy. These politicians spend a bag of money and yet still can't, have no, we're not a part of the CCJ. So sad. Alright. Make it, it's now. Oh, okay. Well, Jamaica forage. What is? Let me see what going on here. So we'll soon come back to that one. The wondering. All right. What did I read from the Observer? The Jamaica Observer. The Gleaner, Sheridan, now I don't know why it never up on my phone. But the Observer, Jamaica Observer, work on my phone. Jamaica Edge 1-0 in the CFU under 14 competition. Kingston, Jamaica made it 2 wins in a row at the Caribbean Football Union CFU under 14 boys Tier 1 Challenge Series in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic on Tuesday, edging 10, 10 man Group 1-0 to maintain their lead in Group C after failing to score in the first half. Okay, shall we put up art emojis? Thank you so much. Uh, Let me see. After failing to score in the first half, the first time they were held scoreless in any half over the past 2 tournaments, Christian Foster came off the bench to score the game's only goal. Jamaica are on 6 points in the CFU under 14. They're more than St. Kitts and Nevis, who rebounded from their loss to Jamaica to beat Curacao 4-2 in the Group C game. It was a physical encounter with the referee issuing at least 5 yellow cards and a red to Aruba's Sebatan waiver, a second half substitute late in the game. Foster scored the winner after he was left on created in the middle of the goal and finished off a good team movement, firing a quick backheel pass from Tashan Headley past the goalkeeper, Demir Marduk. Okay, Jamaica will complete their first round schedule on Wednesday when they play Curacao starting at 12:30 p.m. Jamaica time. Okay, end of article. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Congratulations to our under 14 team. Yes, I am happy for them. Very happy for them. Let me see if I can find another interesting article here. Uh, Takes BOJ rain into inflation spikes. Let's go there. Land Greens takes BOJ reigns as inflation spikes. Policy rate decision due on new governor's first day. Oh, okay, okay. Bank of Jamaica Governor designated Dr. R. Brian Langreen and outgoing BOJ Governor Richard Biles shares a handshake during a meeting at Bank of Jamaica on Monday. Okay. Biles is the outgoing BOJ president, I see, and Langale is the new BOJ president. Okay, newly appointed Bank of Jamaica Governor Dr. R. Brian Langale will take the reins at the central bank on Wednesday, with inflation spiking above target and a decision due at the close of business on whether to change the central bank's 5.50% policy rate. However, the decision is being deliberated before it takes office. The BOJ's Monetary Policy Committee (MPC) began a two-day meeting Monday during Richard Byles' final 2 days as governor. The bank will explain the decision and present its latest economic outlook at a press briefing next Thursday. The briefing was initially scheduled for this Thursday but has been pushed by to allow the new governor to settle in his chair. Landgren will inherit an annual inflation rate that has climbed from 5.5% in May to 6.7% in June and 7.5% in July, exceeding the super limit of the BOJ's 4 to 6% target for a second consecutive month. The spike, however, did not catch the central bank by surprise. The BOJ said in June that inflation was expected to temporarily raise price above the target in the near term. It maintained the policy rate to reduce the risk that inflation increase the fuel and other costs would spread to other goods and services. The policy rate is the central bank's main tool for influencing borrowing and savings costs across the economy. The BOJ has held it at 5.50%, then reducing it by 0.25% point in February. The MPC must now decide whether July's increase is mainly a temporary result of higher fares, fuel, and utilities, or whether price pressure are spreading. Raising the rate could help curb inflation but add to borrowing costs. Holding it would be inconsistent with the BOJ's view that the breach will be temporary. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica will said consumer price rose 1.2% during July alone, driven mainly by a 6.3% jump in transportation costs after the second phase of increase in road taxes and acne carriage fare took effect. Higher petrol price also contributed. Food and non-alcoholic beverage prices rose 0.6% during the month, while housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuel costs increased by 0.9%. Over the 12 months to July, transportation costs increased 13.6%, food and non-alcoholic rose 9.4%, and housing utility costs climbed 5.2%. Landgreen previously served as the BOJ's chief economic and later headed its financial stability department. In the latter role, he advanced policy and institutional reforms and served as the government's technical lead on two sovereign debt restructuring. He later held senior position at the International Monetary Fund, Inter-American Development Bank, and World Bank, and most recently advised CARICOM on modernizing the regional digital financial infrastructure. Jamaica Bankers Association President Shebalin Cunningham said the selector, the sector welcomed Landgreen appointment. We stand ready to continue our partnership and engaged on priorities central to stable economic growth in Jamaica, she said as she spoke with the Jamaica Observer. Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson also welcomed the appointment, saying Landgreen's combination of BOJ and international experience meant he was currently qualified for the job. Robinson said that in addition to maintaining monetary stability and keeping inflation within target over time, Landgreen should improve the monetary transmission mechanism, the process through which BOJ rate changes inflation's interest rates banks offer customers. That has been a complete of previous governors that the DTI deposit taking institution are not responsive to the central bank. Robinson said. He added, I welcome his appointment and we look forward to a productive relationship with him as governor of the bank. End of article. Wow. Alrighty. Yeah, my, my phone dropped for this little stand makes you standing up. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes, today I'm a people. I'll give her thanks. Thank you, Shireen. Thank you, Mina. And what else I did say? I did say John. Yeah, that's it. My fabulous sister, Georgia. You're playing in the background on my laptop, Georgia. Yeah, play it on my laptop, Georgia. Yeah, you conk out my phone. I play upon one of my cell phone, them when you conk it out, battery run out. And thing. This morning I wake up and I say, my watch over dropping a day. Like it dropping at the 300 bracket, it didn't at the 400. So I say, well, either find a way to do some more of this. It's enough of way I lose watch hours. For some reason, can't know. Still here. Okay, Shireen. Well, share, what's your name? Share Trouble. The sister named Share Trouble. She was saying that they should reach her 4,000 watch hours. That's wonderful. I was hearing her a couple of days back. And but most people who come under Team Vision or before Team Vision was started and Mama Journey says, give them a strength. I always run go give some people a strength, you know. But it's sad to say enough people who before Team Vision and other people, enough people come on Mama Journey and she give them a strength. Even me, she give a strength too. I always say so. I always speak on the people who give me a strength. So my day I fast with my mustache and thing. But many people don't remember the bald rasta. But we're still there. We're blessed them same way. Because as a bald rasta, we believe in righteousness and we have to show love same way. Because we have to use good for conquer evil. You understand? I must say, you guys are hear me speak. One of my phone up on the ground, Concord, Georgia. Couple days now, me run our playlist of 102. I think, I don't know, this year, turn on the brightness so I can see on the laptop. Cell phone Concord. Just reach 13 out of 102. 13 out of 102. You know much 2 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour. Praise God, the laptop strong, it a manage. Right now it a play, it reach man we should a cook curry chicken. And left it a run, it still a play. See it there? That is Georgia being played on my laptop. And up on our playlist. When we speaking, people think so we just talk, we not talk. I am a man of action. We not talk. We show. So when I say me I support, me give super support. When I'm phone up on the ground, conk out, kite battery run out to Georgia. So we know so she gonna get our thing, man. She have reached that our goal. We come off of the bed, me go take up the phone there for the ground. I'm gonna take off the mic and go feed. Yes. Plug it in. I wonder if the battery charge up. Never plug in the charger for the phone there. Yeah, the guinea pig them they know. Guinea pig them a ball out week. Alrighty, let me see somebody write something on the screen. I have a far way to go in watch hours. It can be done, you know. You just have to gear up yourself. The more metal will build up watch hours faster. So like what you see me do right here, live stream build it up more faster. And if you can find a way for do a little restream and make it run for a while, that can help you. Cause you have until what them say, the first of February. Me basically I gone through the gate, you know. I just my pin me a wait pon, you know. Pin me a wait pon. I go to post office Monday. Every week I go to post office. Them say them send it from the July and now August, and I go post office. Before that, I go post office. So today is what, Wednesday? I might swing by the post office Friday or wait until next week Tuesday. One of the two. Make up mine. It can be done, man. But a whole heap of work you have to put in. A whole heap of work. Somebody said to me them used to do 10 hours a day. Are you in our last year? They used to put in 5 hours a day, 3 in the morning, 2 in the night. I used to work. Before I come, I work full nights. I used to do day shift in a 2025. So, no man, before 2025. We start work night shift from 2024. So 2024, 2025 would be 1 year, and this December could be 2 year. Mm, yeah. So 5 hours a day or 10 if you can do 10 hours a day or do some restreaming or StreamYard. I don't know if the I don't know they change the setting on them two platform the one at a time. I couldn't find the setting where I could have do a 1 minute video and loop it. Somebody kind of stop use them to something there. Restream or StreamYard. Um it can be done, man, but as I say, a whole heap of work I forgot put in. I have some selective people out there. I won't I won't blow my trumpet. If you have a nice little playlist, I have selected people out there who will run it for you. Cause as I show you a while ago, or me have Georgia thing I run right here now. At first me I look point and I say it look away. Okay, I only have one device using now. Why I want to tell you say everything with me as a the bald rasta and a willful something, you know. Alright, so one phone, yeah. So you have one phone, two phone. And a willful something, you know, and the other one over this side of the laptop, a charge up. The phone, yeah. Anytime I put it it's a Samsung. It's a Samsung. Anytime I put it on YouTube, it runs for about 5 minutes and jump off. It's my first phone, let me just start. First phone never work out. So all I can do upon it is just like read newspaper off of it and go on WhatsApp. Can't go on YouTube and stay for no 30 minutes, no 5 minutes the maximum. 5 minutes and it jump off. And then it have a problem too. It sometimes it shut off itself. So I I'm gonna get the one you know. Somebody some to buy a phone for them and the person never liked the plan. So them say them want about their money. So I say me explain and tell them what the people them say. So I say no, give them back the money and hold on upon the phone and so come I have a second phone. The next phone over there, so when you do them something, I not deliberate. Everything happened for me by coincidence. The laptop, but I did have one before, a notebook, and it never sufficient with space. So I purchased a laptop. But eventually I forgot to change the screen on this one. The screen, I don't know it crack. There were cracking it from the top go down, go cross. So that means that the ink, certain place I can't see if you read properly. But when I get to the bridge and me cross it, get a screen for the laptop, yeah. You have to, as a YouTuber, you have to have multiple devices. That's what I find out. Not willfully, but you know me I try to say. I know willful something. I not deliberately go out and way for buy these things. As I say, that one yeah can come in. I'm not gonna put this on YouTube for play a video 5 minutes and it jump off. So I'm not bother with this. Oh, my transfer what upon this to this phone. So what upon the phone yeah, upon the phone yeah, and use it up. And the next phone no wait to fall apart, may I go transfer what upon it to a new phone when I reach the bridge there. So my find out say not by people telling me, I just me have my own. Before I'm reaching Shireen, may I tell you this? I don't know if maybe I shared that story before. I used to put my videos on Facebook, on everywhere I go, on social media. LinkedIn, Facebook, X, known as Twitter. I then place I film a video them on and then we're racking up a lot of views. So you have to have multiple devices. If you can borrow people's phone and then get the opportunity to run then your video upon them phone, fine. Me live in a household, I can borrow phone and watch it. And people in this household support me. Yeah, it's a shared facility. And the residents of this facility, we work together as a unit in this house. I do it, we share. Everybody have them little quarters. We share kitchen and bathroom. I don't know where when a shared facility, we work as a unit. So then I watch my thing and watch my watch my videos and so forth. And thing. The other day, last week, I did one live stream in the afternoon and my daughter come on. I'm gonna say only one person will call me, come on the internet and call my daddy. And she said, Daddy is on. Hi daddy. I'm saying no, my daughter that she never put up her name, so, but I figure out I don't want the only person who come on the internet and call me daddy. He's my biological daughter. But yeah man, that's so the thing said sharing. So this is a ninja and the other one is a ninja too. I may have my laptop. Even the next one, the notebook. I can't tell when last I turn on the one because it not no space. It can't update. So I just slow it, park it in my drawer. Can't update. I put in a big what do you call it? SD card. And I try every way to find out to update the notebook. Cause it's really new same way just because it's more smaller than a laptop. I will, I will could have what I could have afford when I was some years ago. For sure, how long it was? Over wait, that's so long. Way before, way before COVID and buy the notebook there now. Way before COVID, somebody I go a class. I do some classes. No, I try for, I try set up myself a way for come out of the security thing, but it never materialize. So I go. It's still, but I learn things. I get certified as a telephone operator. I have a certificate there. If I want to go back in a travel, I have my certificate as a travel agent. But because when my dad push out in the travel industry in a COVID, people are come to me, but nobody now choose me to be a agent for them. And I was under the, I should say, I was with Travel, Intel Travel. They're an American company. You when you go with them, you're licensed as a travel agent to book flights and cruise. I don't know people were scared and petrified or traumatized over COVID-19 and cruise ship them with the go on pause and things because they were saying they're cleaning the cabins them properly, so the COVID virus was lingering in the cabins and so forth and whatever be the case. But over time, them figure out how to deal with it. Let's see what Shireen is saying right here. I am going to use my son's phone and run my playlist. Then I don't want him on social media because he is underage. Okay. I let me see. Let me look around. All right. May I go? May I go use the other phone when it charge up? Me run your playlist for you with the other phone when it charge up, and keep charge up on the laptop. But did I use couple devices, but I run charger. But I use this the other phone over there, so side of the laptop, and you dip on the laptop, and thing. Then I go use the other phone when the charge up and run your playlist for you, Shireen. That's that's yeah. When we talk things, I'm gonna take back my talk. Yeah, we speak factual things. You decide on the stretching distance for me. See there, see it over the search. You can see it's a black thing. Yes, yeah, it's a charge up. My plug it in, but it seemed like through me there stretch off of the bed upon the ground. It never plug in. So I look upon it at 1% it depend. I say, oh that. I know how much hours now and I wake up 4 o'clock and now 12 minutes past 7. I say it should have charge up. I lift up the phone, I see the car drop up. I say, right, I up and never should I stretch off right and think I plug it in properly, it never plug in. It does that tip on the edge of the thing. My gosh. And I'm there still. I want to tell them I put in well for effort to help people, but I really like blow my trumpet. I because Georgia, my sister, and she depend on Team Vision, I say, no, I'm going to give her strength. And come give her strength to man. On the phone charge up. You go see the name. When you see the name of who come and give her strength, you know, say, I me that too. Because on all of my phone, then you go see my name pop up on it. You go see different names. You will see Jeremy come up 2 times and a different name come up another time. But my other phones can borrow, man. You know, how much out there so? 2 phone out there so. Can borrow somebody else's phone. and thing. But we there and go and do we things same way. What's it now? It's 90 minutes. Anyway, I will leave it right here so my people 2 hour. I try come out tonight because let me see Tuesday, Monday. I told you that man I do nothing but to have like a shorts of flop shop now and then in the anime section. I call them a little anime. I wonder how my new segment not come in yet. Hey, Mama Journey, Wagwan, blessings and peace, welcome. Wow, happy to see you here, my sister. Yeah, man, with the run Georgia on the laptop. Yeah, man, with the run. So I run, with the run Georgia on my phone and it Georgia conk up my phone. See, so I run Georgia. Out at 102, we just about 13, 14. And I think them no shots. Because this hour me I run some 6 hour, 3 hour on our playlist. She have two playlists. One we have shorts on everybody and one we have some 2 hour, 4 hour segments on the live stream. She have 102. One of my phone come out run her thing, battery done. Oh, they are still, as me said, a lot of people may help because I believe to give back a hand. Whether the people them come yes or no, that's how some stay. If you will learn it the right and proper way. I am off today, so I am up, start cleaning my kitchen. Okay, do your thing, man, and get yourself some rest. Do you the local? This is my first week off. Normally, I would not see me at home at this time of the day, and would have just I go through the gate, mm, scoot my e-bike upon the veranda. Sometime next month, I'm supposed to get a couple tire. So, yeah, take it easy so far. I enjoy my local rest. Yeah, man, I enjoy my local rest so far. Neighbor them look in my face and said to me, say, it look like me I get some sleep, me I come back. My gosh. And so when you work at night, man, it take away from you. I think 2 weeks is enough though, but I take one of the week then me I take it for myself and do other things with it cause wow, get some look rare. Yeah, true. Yeah, man, you're right. That's true. I tell you, it's not easy. Work at night, not easy. Especially like I'm work night, 7 nights a week. But only take break from one of the location. Then the other 2 nights, I'll be going back out Friday nights and Saturday nights. So I just the other location, I kind of pause for 5 days. And I don't know if the people are going to renew the contract there. Because one of the location I work full time, while the next one is a contract I depend. Reach a point where I can't see myself go below a certain set of funds in my pocket. When I see myself, it does feel unusual. Oh, my landlord not listening now. Because she raised the rent on me. Wow. Yeah, I hope my landlord not listening now because she raised the rent on me. Because she not easy to, After my day, I live like a caretaker, fix up our place and I paint it out and thing. And anyway, I won't say no more because I can never know when she'll listen and I watch my live stream them. Because when she watching at the bushes, she not comment, watch. Then she will hit me with it. I hear you talk on the internet, so and so and so. So let me not speak anymore. I think, yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it right here. So anyway, big up, big up, big up, big up. Man, I try. Messing me watch was dropping at the 300 bracket since this morning. Doing at the 400 now. I see dropping at the 300 more. I try push and more to go back up. I mean, I trust the ratio. Some of views them will go up. That's good. But more on the watch hours to stabilize and in our normal looking settings. Cause you may uh, anyway, me try my best. Me learn from good people, you know. I know so that YT road where you have people that try to help out, but here's about. Cause enough people may show strength and they don't really remember. Yeah man, big up Ava Nation. She was here earlier. Big up Shireen. Big up Georgia. I see her Georgia come out and give me a little, say hi. Mama Journey, big up yourself. Shireen, Urban Nation, big up. Sandra, Martin, big up yourself. And somebody else, can't remember right now. Let's scroll down. Yeah, I believe right here, so people them up in other segments of dry furniture. Okay, yeah man. I wash up my face because wake up. I'm gonna look at my system and watch once I go down from 400 to 300. I say, no, sir. I have to do something. 2 day pass. Monday, Tuesday, today, Wednesday. I have to come out, man. Yeah, man. Same to you, Sherry. Big up yourself. Salute. Art, I love. Big up each and every one. Sign out. Try come back out sometime later. But even for the 1 hour. And thing. I have so much scripts to make a video with, but at the time, I not have my whole heap of script one of my phone them. I just me to read them out and make video upon them. Pick up yourself mama journey. So we'll go sign off, go all fresh, brush my teeth, wash my face. Because when I did start the live, it won't be totally dark, no lights, nothing. So look more. And when the phone charge up, my fling sharing point of them phone yeah. One of them phone yeah. Probably live in a one year too. Like with more charge up. So bye.